This is WKYT This Morning.
Rise and shine and good morning. Thanks for starting your day with WKYT. I'm Andrea Walker.
I'm Bill Bryant. Here we are. It is Wednesday, September 7th, making our way through this first full week of September. It looks pretty good.
Now at 6, new details about Central Kentucky murder case after the victim's stepdaughter was arrested hundreds of miles away.
Also on WKYT, how ITT Tech is reaching out to students today after announcing it is closing all of its campuses for good.
And his name is Quattro, and he's one lucky duck. How one compassionate woman came to his rescue. That is a good story.
Yeah,
I can't wait to show you that one.
So a lot of good news to tell you about this morning, a lot going on. And the weather, we're going to have some changes to roll with.
We will, finally. We haven't really seen changes in the past few days, and that's been one reason. And the one reason is that area of high pressure we've been talking about the past couple of days. It's still there, still right along the Appalachian Mountains. And what it's doing is just keeping virtually all of us dry, and you can see where it is. I mean, look at your Mississippi Valley region. Look over toward Ohio River Valley, down toward the southeast. As long as that is around, it's going to keep us dry. Now, however, that shifts toward the southeast, and that front is allowed to move on in here as we travel off toward the next few days. Temperatures this morning in the 60s and 70s. Not a bad feel. Actually feels okay. 90 by the afternoon, though. It's going to be warm and sunny, but at least we're staying dry. When do these storms move on in? I'm going to break it down for you hour by hour. Coming up.
Okay, we'll see you shortly, Micah. Thank you. We have some new details in this morning in the murder case of a Boyle County woman.
State police say Rhonda Oakley's body was found last week by her stepson when he came home from school. Oakley's teenage stepdaughter was arrested days later in New Mexico along with an older man. Michelle Chamberlain is at the alert desk with new information. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning. WDRB is reporting that court documents show 911 dispatchers in New Mexico referred to Jenna Oakley as a primary suspect of a homicide that occurred in Boyle County, Kentucky. Now, investigators tracked her cell phone, eventually finding the 15-year-old in a motel parking lot in New Mexico. Police say Oakley was sitting in her stepmother's car that was reported stolen with 20-year-old Kenneth Nye. Nye is charged with possessing stolen property and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Kentucky State Police say Nye was bonded out of jail and is currently not facing any charges in Kentucky. As for Oakley, she is currently in the Curry County Juvenile Detention Center. Police would not say if she's facing any charges. Bill?
All right, interesting twist on that, and we thank you very much for the update. Friends are remembering a 16-year-old volunteer firefighter who died after a crash. Christopher Harrison died yesterday. He was in a motorcycle crash on Saturday after the Jackson County High School homecoming parade. Harrison was a JROTC cadet and a member of the Sand Gap Volunteer Fire Department, something he loved doing. The department plans to retire his badge number, and his fellow JROTC members say Harrison will be buried with full military honors.
A man mowing a Russell County field found an unusual sight, a truck that had been wrecked and a body inside. The Russell County Sheriff's Office says the truck crashed off US 127 near Russell Springs Elementary. They think the truck ran off the road and through a field on Monday night, but no one knew about it until the next day. Deputies say the driver, 24-year-old James Brown, was dead inside. Investigators have yet to identify a man found dead in a Wayne County cave. The coroner's office says someone found a badly decomposed body in the cave near Trails End Road. An autopsy is planned for today.
What an ordeal for an eastern Kentucky woman who says she spent days in the woods alone after being sexually assaulted. The Martin County Sheriff's Office says deputies found the woman after someone heard her screaming for help. The 22-year-old woman was naked, dehydrated, and disoriented, and she told police that she had been there for up to 3 days.
When I went to her, I noticed the only thing she had wrapped around her was an old feed sack that she had found in the woods.
Deputies say they're investigating the assault, and they have some people they want to question right now about that. Investigators continue to try and figure out what 2 young men were doing on train tracks in Whitley County when they were hit and killed early yesterday morning. The men have been identified as 18-year-old Cody Stevens of Barberville and 18-year-old Jordan Carr of Williamsburg. More than 40,000 college students are in limbo this morning after ITT Technical Institute suddenly shut down.
The for-profit college chain announced it's closing all of its 130 campuses, including the one right here in Lexington. Today, the college plans to address student concerns. WKYT's Lauren Miner is live to explain how.
Good morning, Bella and Andrea. Well, it was a devastating day for students here at ITT Tech after learning the news that the school will not be reopening its doors. About 2 weeks ago, the Department of Education issued a notice to the CEO of ITT Tech saying they are no longer allowing the school to enroll new students with federal aid. In the email sent to students yesterday, the school stated alternatives were presented to the Department of Education but were rejected. Yesterday, a group of upset students gathered outside in the parking lot of the school, many just looking for answers on what to do next. The Department of Education is hoping to answer those questions and concerns during a nationwide webinar for all ITT students. Those webinars are scheduled to happen today at 10 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are wanting to participate in those webinars, there is a link to our website at WKYT.com. Now, yesterday, I did get the chance to talk to a few nursing students here at the campus, and some only having a semester left, others having a year. Either way, they all have one goal: to further their education. Reporting live in Lexington, Lauren Miner, WKYT.
Lauren, thank you. Police say a man in Mercer County broke into a car and then fell asleep inside. Workers at CC Auto Parts and Service in Harrodsburg called police after noticing someone broke into several cars on their lot. Police began searching the cars and found Matthew Stewart wearing a mask and gloves, sleeping inside the driver's seat of one of those cars.
I tell you, it's nothing worse than a thief. And, you know, if these thieves and drug addicts is driving at all, if they spend as much time working as they do trying to figure out a freeway in life, then the world will be a lot better place.
Stewart is charged with trespassing, 3 counts of criminal mischief for damaging 3 cars, and 7 counts of theft. All right, now we have a really good story to tell you about. You're going to love this one. After being badly injured by a coyote, a Kentucky duck is doing well today, all thanks to one woman's kindness and compassion.
Yeah, she got some real special help, no doubt about it. When Barbara Booz noticed one of the ducks missing at Silver Creek Pond in Frankfort, she knew something was wrong. She found the injured duck she lovingly now calls Quattro in the weeds, and she was badly hurt. But without hesitation, she took her home and she nursed her back to health. Quattro has been living in Barbara's garage now for a month. It's been a long road to recovery for the duck, but Quattro is now doing much, much better, as you see there.
I love it. And there is another good aspect of this story. Neighbors actually paid for the vet bills. They wouldn't let her do it, and she didn't know they were getting together and doing that for the duck. So it's such a sweet story.
It's good when people pull together like that, especially to help out, you know, something
animals,
in need. Little duck in that case.
Cute.
Our time this morning is 6:07. Time for weather on WKYT.
We are headed toward Louisville across I-64. If you're heading that direction, things look pretty good. I haven't heard of any issues heading toward my friends there in Rowan County. Moorhead, Lakeview Heights, all looks well. Back toward the east, West Liberty just fine across 460. And as you travel southbound, head off into the Corbin, London area, Jackson, no issues. All looks well on our travel cams early this morning. We are at 90 degrees later on this afternoon. It will be warm. It'll be a little more sticky today. That's what we're going to be dealing with than the past few days, is that humidity is driving up each and every single day. Put that combo together we talked about this past few days. That gives us rain. Not today, but the next few days, at least the chance of it. Not everybody will see the rain, so much of the same today. I see a carbon copy of each other the past few days. Thursday, though, listen, much of your day is going to be dry. So if you have any plans, stick to your plans. Don't cancel any plans. But know this, late in the day, as of right now, I would say anywhere from 5 to 9 p.m., that's when we could see a couple of late day storms move on in. Southeast, southern zones, eastern zones, you guys are out of the equation. You will not see rain there on Thursday until Thursday night into early Friday morning. That's your best bet. Still not a 100% chance, but about a 40% chance. So you can obviously see that stick to your plans. It's not going to wash you out. Friday, though, a few storms will be around. And that front's a little bit closer there on Friday. And that will give us a few rumbles of thunder during the first half of your day. Morning hours into early afternoon, that looks like your best bet. That's still a 40% chance of rain, which means this, okay? If you're a little confused on percentages, which I get that from a lot of people, the percentages mean this: 40% of our region will see rain. That means 60% of the area is not going to see rain on any of these days. So that just shows you that most of us will stay dry. Here's a little fun fact for you. We are losing daylight each and every single day now through November. Sunset now at 7:58. The last time we've had a sunset before 8 p.m. was actually back in March. You have to go into late March, and we were losing 1 to 2 minutes each day now through November. Once we hit late November, that's when it kind of just levels out right around 5:20 there for sunset. Yeah, get ready for it. It's coming on the way. November 6th is when we start to see daylight savings time kind of change there. 7-day forecast. Here is your look. Still pretty steamy today and dry. Head off towards your Thursday. Remember, don't look at the icon, look at the percentage. And there you go at 40%. That's mainly north and western zones. So if you're out towards, say, Carroll, Trimble, Owen, Henry, those areas have the best chance, as opposed to, say, Jackson, go down into, say, Barberville. You won't see the rain during the time for tomorrow. So most of us stay dry tomorrow. If we do get a rumble of thunder, it's going to be late in the evening, off into the nighttime hours. Best chance of rain in your 7 days is going to be Saturday.
When a lot of events are being held. So,
of course.
Right. So, try to plan accordingly.
There you
We're
go.
noticing that earlier sunset, right
I know.
now. Yeah.
Seeing it.
Loving it.
Yeah, it helps us.
Thank
this
you,
shift,
Micah.
Right? It's
Well,
6:11 now.
Each morning we bring you weather and traffic together.
Let's check in with Officer Don, see what's happening out there on the roads. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. Well, no collisions on the circle. We just checked the interstate, and traffic looks okay on 75 north and southbound. Also keeping a close eye on traffic between Jesse Clark and Lexington Catholic there on Clays Mill. An earlier problem has been cleared, so we seem to be okay there. Live look at overall Lexington traffic this morning. No major issues to deal with. Drive times look good, too, so far. Now, there's a live look at New Circle and Winchester Road, courtesy of the Lexington Fayette Urban County Government. Things are moving great through that intersection. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Okay, and we know the traffic starts to pick up any minute now.
That's
and
right.
We'll be keeping you ahead of that throughout the day. More news coming up on WKYT on your Wednesday morning. It's great to have you along.
Still to come, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are gearing up to take the same stage back to back. Latest on campaign 2016 in 3 minutes.
And find out why the European Union is saying thanks but no thanks to the American lobster. Interesting story ahead on WKYT.
Kentucky mornings start here. You're watching WKYT This Morning.
Welcome back. We're coming up on 6:16 on your Wednesday morning. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are in New York today for back-to-back appearances at a national security forum.
Campaigning in the South yesterday, Clinton accused Trump of proposing dangerous military plans, while Trump said the country is, quote, going to hell because of Clinton's policies. A CNN ORC poll out this week shows Trump leading Clinton by 2 points nationally. That is, among likely voters, Clinton holds the edge among all voters. House Republicans are meeting behind closed doors today. They're trying to hash out a strategy on averting a federal shutdown. Containing the Zika virus is another issue they're looking into, and among some other things, the GOP is under pressure to avoid doing anything that could result in its losing control of the House and Senate in the November elections. There's zero chance of completing 12 spending bills by September 30th. That's the deadline. So lawmakers are right now focusing on a temporary spending package and trying to decide how long that would last.
Tropical storm Newton has landed in Mexico, and is still heading toward the U.S. The U.S. National Hurricane Center says Newton's maximum winds right now are 70 miles per hour. It is expected to rapidly weaken as it moves farther north. The Hurricane Center says there still could be dangerous rains in Arizona and New Mexico. A Las Vegas murder suspect who escaped from police is now back behind bars. Police arrested 25-year-old Alonzo Perez last night. He'd been on the run since Friday after escaping from a police interrogation room, even breaking out of his handcuffs. Police say Perez shot and killed a man last month outside a McDonald's. Now remember, we are just the messenger on this one. Children, you're going to have to roll up your sleeves for flu protection this year. The CDC says the popular flu mist is subpar, leaving parents and pediatricians only one option: the flu shot. The recommendation to inoculate children against the flu remains intact. The American Academy of Pediatrics suggests everyone 6 months or older should be vaccinated for this year's flu season by October.
Yeah, and remember, it's just a little pinch, right? Yeah, that's what they tell you, and it is. Everybody needs to get inoculated against the flu. 6:18 on WKYT this morning. PayPal and MasterCard are teaming up to make it easier for users of the online payment system to pay with a MasterCard. Starting next year, customers will be able to transfer money to their MasterCard debit cards instantly. PayPal struck a similar deal with Visa last July. Apple is expected to announce its latest iPhone today at an event in San Francisco. One big change, Apple has likely done away with the analog headphone jack. Instead, the phones will come with wireless headphones that connect to the phone digitally. Also this morning, it seems the American lobster is no longer welcome in Europe. The European Union says it's an invasive species that poses a threat to native marine life and wants to ban them. If that happens, lobstermen in the U.S. and Canada stand to lose $200 million in business. Sweden says it found 32 American lobsters in its waters earlier this year. And cauliflower could be the new kale when it comes to trendy vegetables. Listen to this, Micah. Green Giant is now offering up a frozen cauliflower rice. It's chopped up cauliflower that can replace rice in a low-carb diet. Trader Joe's and Kroger started selling a house version of cauliflower rice over the last year. So there's a sneaky way to get your vegetables in, right?
I'm just waiting for the day when they say bacon is the new superfood. That's what I'm looking for. Bacon or cheese.
That time hasn't come yet, but you never know, right?
You never know.
Yeah.
I'll keep wishing. WKYT is just getting started, and oh dear, a buck gets stuck in the ocean, but fortunately, there were a few good swimmers that came to his rescue.
And we're looking across the area and also seeing increased humidity the next couple of days. We're going to get into that. I'll show you when some storms arrive. Coming up next.
Welcome back. Hey, we're glad you're with us here on your Wednesday on WKYT this morning, 6:23 right now.
Topping your headlines, a Kentucky teenager remains in police custody in New Mexico after her stepmother was found murdered in Boyle County.
That's what's trending at this hour here at WKYT News. A Louisville TV station reporting this morning that court documents show dispatchers in New Mexico referred to Jenna Oakley as a primary suspect in a homicide. Oakley's stepmother, Rhonda Oakley, was found murdered last week in her home.
Thousands of students are in limbo this morning now that the ITT Technical Institute has shut down. The for-profit college chain abruptly closed all of its 130 campuses nationwide yesterday. Today it's hosting a series of webinars to help students figure out what's next.
Very pleasant start to our morning out there. We're in the mid-60s for the most part. Let's check in with Micah.
Yeah, and I wasn't going to show this graphic until I put out a muggy meter there on Twitter. And I've already had 3 responses from women saying, well, I'm not straightening my hair today. So there you go. I mean, don't straighten your hair today. Hit the snooze button, enjoy the extra, I don't know, 30 minutes of sleep. The dew points, here's the deal. It's not tropical today, meaning you're not getting extreme humidity. But things are going to be changing. We're at 69 there for a dew point in Owensboro. And all the moisture, the nasty moisture, is back toward the west. But it will be heading our direction as we go through time. The next couple of days look like we're going to have a little bit more humidity. So there you go, ladies. Early this morning, 64 degrees there in Danville, 63 in Somerset. Feels pretty good down south and southeast. Now, your emoji cast looks like this. Everybody's happy. Everybody has a lot of sunshine. It's going to be exactly like what we have seen the past couple of days. A lot of sunshine, few clouds here and there, no rain chance, right around 90 degrees. Now, the next few days, guys, we're going to be talking about a few rumbles of thunder sliding on in here. I'm going to break down the timeline, show you who's going to get it and who's not, and that timing coming up.
All right, Micah with the weather and hair report.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Well,
I love
absolutely. You got
Some
it.
California surfers got the surprise of a lifetime when a deer joined them in the ocean.
Yeah, this is really odd, right? Who would think of this? The surfers were busy holding team tryouts at Southern California's Dana Point when a deer swam out to them. The swim team coach had to swim a quarter of a mile out to get to the animal and herd it back to the shore. One lifeguard captain says a deer sighting sighting is quite rare at Dana Point, but it does happen occasionally.
It's even more rare in the water, I would assume.
Wouldn't you think? I mean,
I'm glad they saved it.
I wonder what fascinated you about
Who knows?
going out there. You know?
You can never tell. All right, let's face it. Most kids, they don't like going back to school.
Right.
Surprise.
It's the time of year for it, though. So the staff at Texas School figured the least they could do is make a big party out of it. So the teachers at Richland Middle School welcomed the students back to classes with a Pump Up the Jam session right there on the school's front steps. It's equal parts inspiring, equal parts cringeworthy, really, I'm sure, among middle schoolers, you can imagine. The vid, though, has gone viral on the school's Facebook page. More than 1.2 million views so far and counting.
Love it. Love it.
Some pretty cool teachers that would pull that off, right?
And if you're one of the very few for whom school has not started yet, better take a cue from this furry guy.
Right, he's getting in on some playtime before these final dog days of summer are doggone. He looks like he's just look at that.
I love it. That's
clumsy
impressive.
on the ladder, but I mean, you know, give him A for effort.
That's
look,
right.
He got up there.
I know.
What about that?
Impressive. I love it.
It's
It's
fun.
now 6:26 on your Wednesday. Coming up on 6:27.
We're coming back in just a moment, paying tribute to Gene Wilder. How you can take part tonight in that at the Kentucky Theater. That's at 6:30. And all of our top stories are on the way.
Tonight's Powerball jackpot is $186 million, and Friday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $111 million.
Keep it right here on WKYT.